This is just a little rapid fire theory regarding this French animation movie from the 70s, I believe, maybe early 80s, about called Fantastic Planet. And this is one of the most amazing freaking animated movies that I've ever seen, and it brings up an incredible theme that we are now re-stumbling upon, and it's the thought that we are pets. We are pets that escaped, pets of a higher building and a higher establishment of order and humanity and life that built all this stuff around us, way beyond the poles, way beyond the poles, up in the stars. They built it all, the architects of everything. We were their pets, and maybe we got out of control. Kind of like ants can in your house, or rats or mice can in a city, or anything can in different places. But this movie, if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. I won't do the whole movie so you don't see the everything, but it is an incredible movie. It's a psychedelic just exploration of what could have been, and it's an incredible theory to propose. These pets, by this higher order, just, this is a little neck bracelet. They get these little pets as kids, like we get fish, like we get all these different animals. And I was even thinking about that lately, about just the possibility that what if these pets and animals that we see that are in the wild are just reminiscent of the tribes that we see in the wild? What if somewhere along further below the poles the animals can speak and have civilizations, and then just after so many years of nothing they just became what they are now, and we can't understand it, we lost it. But so these higher beings, they gather, they have their form of government, they all unite, they have meditations together, they transcend like dimensions together, and they have these pets, these humans that have an interesting take on things. They make books, they make art, they make all these different things that are kind of below these giant beings who are, I believe, the creators. I mean, they're not exactly representative of them, but this, I think, is truly symbolic of something greater that happened at one point. Look at them with our little toy house. We're the little toy in that house. We're the doll to these other beings. And where have they gone? Have they just decided to leave this place and be like, you guys can have Earth. You can have that little section of the plane. We're going somewhere else. And they transcend into different shapes. They transcend into different nature. They almost, in this movie, are reflective of the, like, you are what you think kind of mentality, or the potential for humanity and life is far beyond what we know. And the power of meditation is incredible as well, and psychedelic. They have like kind of meditations in there. These people were probably on acid or mushrooms or smoking, definitely, but either way they made some absolutely astounding artwork. And this guy has done a couple other movies called Gandahar, which I definitely recommend, and I think the other one's Time Masters, but amazing. They even pin them together. They pin the pets together like this. They tie their hair together, see if they fight. They sometimes fight to the death. They don't really care. It's just a pet. It's like a goldfish. This is what we do to pets. It's just remarkable to me that we were ever able to win. And are these kind of reminiscence of the giants? If you've seen the new movie Green Knight, there is an incredible glimpse of what a giant that was like 100+ feet high would be. And if that is the case, mountains like Everest and all these other mountains would be different. They would be dwarfed. The whole perspective is off, potentially. That's why these giant doors exist on these massive buildings and architecture right in our realm. And that's why probably a lot of them were blown up, so there's very minimal. But so the people start together, the certain pets end up escaping, they end up finding other groups of escaped pets, they travel around, they join together, they're like, hey, we want our freedom, we don't want this, we know something's greater, we've got all these different kind of skills, let's put them together and let's take down these beings, let's take our world back, let's take the control of this world, by whatever the case may be. And so they have like these people, the higher beings have different ways of exterminating them. They have different methods of controlling them, of making them, like sending out frequencies and kind of numbing them. But the people find a way. They have the will. They find a way to take down these conquerors, take down these enslavers, take down these people that are so much bigger than them, so much more powerful than them. They have strength in numbers, just like we all do. We the people have strength in numbers. We may lose some, but we are going to win if we all band together, and that's what they don't want. That's what they fear the most, is us all joining together, us all being on the same mental page, us all knowing the truth about their crimes, about the nasty way that they've held us down, about everything that they've done to us, made us violent, made us all these things that we don't need to be. We, the people, must stand for this. These symbols are everywhere. Back in the 80s and 70s, movies were coming out promoting this all the time. Now movies promote just being stupid, being docile, being depressed, being useless, emotional, wreckage, nonsense. Go back to the 80s, dive down. If you haven't seen this movie, watch it. It is phenomenal. Find a dubbed version or just read the subtitles. Absolutely incredible art, incredible story, very symbolic, very relevant. I know you all will love it. Bless you all.